Professor ZYX Thalas for eyestalk swiveled nervously as she adjusted the holographic display in the Galactic Academy's Advanced Xenobiology classroom. Today's lesson would challenge everything her students thought they knew about the newest species to join the Galactic Federation, humans. Class, please direct your attention to the subject behind the containment field, she announced in her melodious Arctonian voice. The 23 students from various worlds leaned forward, their diverse anatomies creating a rainbow of curiosity. Behind the shimmering energy barrier stood human designation 7742, though he had insisted they call him Marcus. The human appeared deceptively fragile compared to the armored Kytherian warriors, or the crystalline vegan diplomats in the class. His soft, pale skin looked vulnerable, his single pair of forward-facing eyes seemed limiting, and his bipedal stance appeared unstable. Now, Professor ZYX Thala continued, we've established that Earth is classified as a Class 12 death world. Extreme weather patterns, dangerous fauna, toxic plant life, and gravitational stress that would crush most species within minutes. Yet somehow, humans not only survived but thrived. Today, we'll discover their secret weapon. Student Korth, a methane-breathing Titan native, bubbled skeptically. Professor, with respect, what weapon could this soft creature possibly possess? Our scans show no energy signatures, no biomechanical enhancements, no psionic capabilities. The professor's eye stalks curved in what humans would recognize as a smile. Exactly the question I hoped you'd ask. Marcus, if you would demonstrate. The human nodded and walked to a simple metal table within the containment field. Upon it sat a complex mechanical device, gears, springs, and articulated components arranged in an intricate pattern that made no immediate sense to the alien observers. This, Marcus said, his voice calm despite addressing beings who could incinerate him with a thought, is what we call a clock. Specifically, a mechanical chronometer from Earth's 18th century. The students exchanged confused glances through various sensory organs. Velterra, whose species communicated through bioluminescent patterns, flashed what translated to bewilderment. Marcus continued, your species mastered faster-than-light travel through genetic memory, quantum consciousness, or hive mind processing. You inherited knowledge, evolved it, or accessed it through collective intelligence. He picked up a small tool. Humans had to figure everything out piece by piece, component by component, failure by failure. He began disassembling the clock with practiced precision. We call this process reverse engineering, but it's more than that. It's systematic deconstruction combined with intuitive reconstruction. We take apart everything we encounter, not just to understand it, but to improve it, to adapt it, to weaponize it if necessary. The class watched in fascination as Marcus's fingers moved with surprising dexterity, separating components that had taken master craftsmen decades to perfect. But more striking was his narration. He explained not just what each piece did, but why it was designed that way, how it could be modified, and what would happen if you changed specific variables. Your weapon, Professor ZYX Thala announced, is analytical intelligence combined with manipulative capability. Humans can deconstruct and reconstruct virtually anything they encounter. Student Kortha's breathing apparatus wheezed in what might have been alarm. You mean they could take apart our technology? More than that, Marcus said, now reassembling the clock with several modifications. We can understand it, improve it, and innovate beyond it. On Earth, we learned to survive by adapting everything in our environment to serve our needs. When we couldn't change ourselves fast enough, we changed everything else. The clock chimed, not with its original tone, but with a harmony that incorporated mathematical frequencies pleasing to several alien species present. In 6 months of Galactic Federation membership, Professor ZYX Thala concluded, humans have already suggested improvements to our faster-than-light navigation, our universal translation protocols, and our terraforming techniques. not through superior technology, but through their unique ability to see how things work and envision how they could work better. As the class filed out, student Belterra's patterns flickered a question that roughly translated to, "Should we be worried?" Professor ZYX Thala's eye stalks curved thoughtfully. "Worried? No. Humans aren't conquerors, they're optimizers. But perhaps we should be prepared for a galaxy that works a little better than it did yesterday." Marcus smiled, still tinkering with the clock. In his hands, even time seemed negotiable.